Hello YouTubers, Rob here. I hope you're all keeping well. It's been ages since I've done a video. Wasn't really going to plan to do any more videos on YouTube, but there's a few things I wanted to tell the world about. I do a lot of dog walking up here in the hills. I'm in the South Pennines, so it's Calderdale. It's just outside of Halifax, West Yorkshire, and the weather conditions up here are fairly brutal in summer, never alone in winter. So yeah, we've got snow on the ground today. I can show you a quick view out. I have been out in this, but it's not been too bad. We've had the storms, of course. We had Eunice and Derek. A few stone walls fell down. Some trains were cancelled and all that kind of good stuff. A tree fell across the road down there. But it's been, yeah, fairly brutal around these parts. And I walk the dog every day in these conditions, come hell or high water. So there's just a number of items of clothing that I've bought over the years that I have just loved and have delivered value way beyond their price point. So I just wanted to go through them. We've got shoes, we've got gloves, we've got hats, we've got coats. We're going to cover the whole lot and show you really how I get through the winters in these harsh conditions, work with a dog on a daily basis. So we'll kick off first of all with gloves. Now I've done a review on these before, but these do not fail to impress. They are absolutely amazing. These are the Ejandels Tegera 517s. I've got these in a large. They do come up fairly small. I've got small hands. I bought a large. So that goes to show you have to be careful with your sizing on them. They're about £10, £50, £11, maybe £12. But they're fully waterproof. They remain fully waterproof after 2 years. I can submerge my hands in these. I can do snowball fights. I can do what I want. I'm not going to get wet hands. What I also do, I layer them. I match them up with a pair of one size fits no one gloves, which I got from the garage for £1. And honestly, for this total price of probably, I don't know, what, £1 for the gloves there, about 11 or 12 quid, you wear one inside the other like so. And you've got a nice warm insulating layer, wicking layer, you've got your outer layer, and you've got nice rubberized grip. Great for dog walking. You can maintain a lot of dexterity. Fingers go all the way to the ends. They're not excessively bulky. They're really lightweight, really durable, really easy to manipulate, you know, things in your pockets, get treats out, dog poo bags, whatever. Thoroughly recommend them. You just cannot go wrong with them. Go and buy yourself a pair and buy yourself a little cheap pair of glove inners. Next thing, these exceptionally good shoes. I must say, I've never heard of Sprayway until I went to the shop. They're about 45 quid. You can get them for less than 40 on some websites, which is silly value really, considering you know how well they perform. Hydro Dry is the technology. It's a bit like their kind of version of Gore-Tex, I guess, and works extremely well. They make the kind of it's got 4 layers of material, makes into a bootie. They put the bootie inside the shoe. You've got a suede outer with mesh. These have never failed to keep my feet dry. I wear office socks with these, even in winter conditions. I was out in the snow earlier with them, walking through all sorts of terrain. I've been through bogs. I've literally been submerged in bogs in these, streams, you name it. Dirty, you know, forest. It's been a very warm and wet winter here in the UK. Bog absolutely everywhere. Loads of rainfall. And these have never failed to keep my feet dry and warm, and they are super comfortable. There's no break-in period. They're like trainer comfy. And after 6 months, you know, my Adidas Terex, they were Swift R2 Adidas Terex GTX, so they had the Gore-Tex membrane. After 7 months, around 6-7 months, you could see my socks through the top of the ripstop. You could see like the lugs were just worn, and they were letting in water. They've been letting in water since about 2 weeks after buying them, right? These just have outperformed those, and they were well over £100 a pair, and for what's essentially 40 quid. Can't go wrong. As you can see here, the lugs are okay. They are starting to wear a little bit now. On these outers, you can start to see that's now flapping away a little bit. So yeah, they will probably last me the season, and that's all I can really expect. I probably do put near enough 1,000 miles on them in a year, so I can't expect much more than that. They aren't brilliant in mud, I'll be honest. These grips just don't seem to cut it in mud, but they're very good over rough terrain, you know, tarmac, grass, canal paths, whatever you want to tackle in them. They're fine over. Just mud, you don't get quite the level of support or hope grip you'd hope for. But I can't argue for the price. I'm just blown away by them, being honest. Next up, little hat by Trekmates. You can buy Trekmates. I think it's the same company as Sprayway. It might be their sister company. Go on the Sprayway website and you can find Trekmates. I bought this about 10 years ago for a friend of mine's stag do in Wales. It was in a little Welsh camping shop, and paid probably about 12 quid for it, probably back then. It's like brand new now. It's perfect. It's like a fleecy kind of thing. Not too warm, not too cold, not too thick, really lightweight, and it's just a fantastic hat. I just don't need any other hat. It's my one hat. I almost lost it. Well, I did lose it for about a month, and I was regularly moaning to my family about it, and then I found it. Right, what else have we got? This outer's coming to coats now. So, Bergaus. I've had this 10 years, okay? I think I got it, yeah, at least 10 years ago. My wife helped me work out how long I'd had it. I have had to replace the toggles here with some camping cord because that went, but you can still see, I mean, the stitching on the Bergaus is still there. It's AQ2, which is not Gore-Tex, it's just their own proprietary. I just treat it with knit wax every year, give it a clean. It's got this mesh here inside, and you know what? It's like a new jacket. After all these years, it's still like a new jacket. If you find these on eBay, because people say, oh, they wet through, just treat them with knit wax, buy them cheap, and you've got the best jacket. Great outer coat. For your warm layers, I've got loads of coats now, by the way, and I used to have one when I used to live down south. Now I've got about 400 for all these conditions. You cannot beat a 80% down, what's this? 80-20, yeah, down and feather puffer jacket. It doesn't really matter what make you go for. If you can get a waterproof outer, great. If not, you know, you can always put a poncho over the top, which I'll come on to. This is a Trespass one. It was only about 40 quid in the sale because it's a disgusting colour. I mean, it looks like someone's vomited down me. But you know, for dog walking, it's absolutely amazing. It will sustain rain. It can hold out without wetting through. Again, I knit wax treat it. I've had it 5 years or so, and this, apart from the disgusting colour, it's offered nothing but massive value for, I think, less than 40 quid. Finally, before I bore you all rigid, we've got this. This is the most ludicrous thing I bought, I think. This, you're not going to want to commute to work wearing this thing, but this has come in really handy in the wet and windy, stormy weathers. It means I don't have to worry about waterproof trousers. I can just wear jeans. I can wear an undercoat like a puffer, a light puffer. But it's a poncho. It's called the Snugpak Enhanced Patrol Poncho. It's made for the military. It's made in Yorkshire, actually. Snugpak are based in Yorkshire. And you look a bit like a flying squirrel wearing it. I'll give you a demo now. It's absolutely ginormous. But I'm a bit of a pro at getting it on. Okay, so imagine you've got these waterproof gloves on as well, which go through the hands. You've got your coat on, your puffer underneath, you're warm. You've got these toggles here. Zip it up. I look like that bloke out of Star Wars, don't I? What was his name? Palpatine. But look, you can't really see the full flying squirrel effect here, can you? I mean, yeah, it is absolutely ludicrous, right? Just fly down here. There we go. So this thing has got pockets here for your poo bags and your whatever it is you need to carry. Great. Well, that's good. You can carry a backpack on the back, like a proper military backpack, and it will hold up. It's got extra material at the back. It covers all the way down to your kind of like bottoms of your legs, so your thighs don't get wet, because in a normal coat your thighs get drenched, yeah, your body stays fine, but then your legs get caked. Doesn't happen in this. It's just all-consuming waterproofness. It's not breathable, but it's so big that air flows freely through it and it doesn't cause you to sweat. It's treated with, you know, kind of knit wax, DWP, whatever you want to call it, which makes it repellent so it doesn't kind of wet out. And it's just, for 35 quid I think I paid for it, exceptional. Honestly, I could go out in the world's worst weather, in the middle of a storm, with this on, and with all my clothes on, and my shoes and everything, and my hat, and I'm in my own little world. I couldn't even tell you it was wet or windy outside. It's that good and that well sheltered. Looks great, doesn't it? Super fashionable. So, I am the most fashionable person on the hills around these parts. But yeah, that is basically it. All of these things have delivered value well beyond their price point. And if you're ever needing to walk the dog in harsh conditions in the UK or elsewhere, look at these items. And I wish you all very well. Take care.